From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Well, one other thing we want you to do, if you could, is go ahead and be ready to maybe help us out. And that is Coats for Kids, our projects that we take on every year. And I think we're at year 37, if I'm not mistaken. So again, Yale Cleaners, we want to thank the folks out there, the Rothrock family, and also First Baptist, because what we do is get them to Yale Cleaners. You can help us out, gently used or new, and we get them cleaned through Yale Cleaners and then distributed from First Baptist to those that need coats. And believe it or not, we're going to need coats. That's a hint of maybe our forecast for the winter. Today, didn't need a coat. It was awesome. The whole country, just awesome. I mean, it just hardly any part of the country was really cold. You had to go up in Maine, you had to go up in northern portions of Washington, and that was about it. Otherwise, it was just nice. Now, up to the north of that, not so nice. This is getting colder and colder, bitter cold. And so this bitter cold air is continuing to develop. A lot of snow up here on the ground. And that snow on the ground is going to also enhance our chances of getting into some really cold weather. But here's the way it plays out if you do have some travel plans, especially now that we're getting closer to Thanksgiving. As far as the time period as we get through Friday, relatively quiet. We do have to get tonight and tomorrow and just kind of watch what's happening as the storm system starts to pull on through. So by the time we get on into Sunday, we have a very large storm system. There could actually be some thunderstorms with this system as it pulls on through, and as the thunderstorms move on through, it's not going to be real serious, but it is going to give us strong gusty north winds because there's pretty much a reinforcement of really strong north winds. We call it a blue norther, and that means just a lot of air coming out of Canada is coming down. It's not bitter cold. It's going to feel like that because it's been so nice. But that system is going to be wrapped up until Tuesday and then finally get out of here. But if you're traveling late Tuesday afternoon, it's not too bad. The further east you go or northeast, you start running into unsettled weather, and then it's just plain kind of cold across the area on Tuesday. Wednesday moderates a little bit right before Thanksgiving, and then on into Thursday for Thanksgiving, it's just kind of a bump right across Oklahoma where we should be in the 50s. I know that doesn't sound anything like the 70s, but the 50s are good compared to what's going on just to the north. That blue stuff just happens to be snow up to the north on Thanksgiving, not that far away. That will just move to our north on Black Friday. That'll be across Kansas, parts of Nebraska, Missouri. That's how close the cold air is. And then as that cold air sinks across the area, our temperatures will be, won't do a free fall, but it's going to be awfully cold as we get on into Black Friday and then on into our holiday weekend for Thanksgiving. So be advised, that cold air is just literally around the corner, so we got to enjoy what we have right now. Odds of rain look to be pretty good on Sunday afternoon, taking a little bit of a break on Monday, then coming back with a wraparound and some cold showers or drizzle probably for Monday night into Tuesday. That's probably the biggest thing we're going to be watching, and the temperatures, obviously. So the only nice little bump we get here is right around Thanksgiving, which will be near normal. So it's pretty happy times. If we can be in the 50s, upper 50s, that'd be great. Then after that, it's time for big time coats because it is not going to be great. Right now, bright lights of the city, looking good. 56 degrees, light south-southeast winds. Moisture is about average, a little bit above average, you could say. Temperatures in the 50s, but notice a few areas are down in the 40s. We're down to 44 right now in Bixby and 43 in Wagner, 48 in Pryor. Again, it has to do with light winds and colder air draining into the valleys. Now, the winds will pick up tomorrow. Tonight, it is relatively quiet. By morning, probably about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, we'll be in the 40s. Clouds will be on the increase in the morning. And then we'll have partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy skies during the day and temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. It's going to struggle bus a little bit on this one just because there's so many clouds around, and tomorrow night should be great. Turning on the lights in Jinx, 64 degrees, not too shabby. And Friday's highs are good, even though we're going to have a north wind. It's going to be kind of cold, but not looking too awful bad. Friday night high school football games. They're chilly, but the winds will die down. That will be some welcome news. And our own Lori Fulbright is going to be in Eufaula, and Christmas lights are going to go on there between 5 and 6 o'clock at night. Again, temperatures, that's pretty good. And we have the Jinx Kiwanis Parade going on Saturday. Morning temperatures in the 50s. We'll have our storm team out there as well. We hope you join us for that. And don't forget the Christmas shoot in Sapulpa. That's kicking off from Thursday right on into the weekend and looking pretty good with the exception of Sunday when we might be chased around with some rumbles of thunder. 50 degrees in the morning, upper 50s with still clouds hanging around, kind of a struggle, but we'll be in the 60s. And again, compared to where we're going to be, this is great weather for the next several days. Here comes that chance of rain and storms on Sunday, and again, still Monday and Tuesday. Next week looks pretty good for a while. That's Look at Your Forecast. We're back with sports.